Hi everyone, my name is Robert Lawrence Valdez, two-time cancer survivor, Hodgkin's lymphoma, and stem cell transplant recipient. I will say it every video because I'm going to get new followers, new people that might not know my story. So today is Wednesday, July 1st, 2020. I hope this month brings us better blessings because during this pandemic it's been pretty crazy for a lot of people. Being at home, we're in a new norm of staying at home, wearing a mask, and I know it's been very challenging for a lot of people, but there are people like me that have compromised immune systems and elderly people, people with diabetes, and we just want to keep everyone safe. So when you're out there, wear a mask, take care of yourself and others. So I'm going to start by saying a quote that I posted on my Instagram today. My Instagram is LIVE4LIFENOW. My quote this morning is, when you let fear control your mind, then you become blind to life. So what exactly does that mean? For me, it means, there are people that are afraid to get on a plane. So therefore, they never get to go to these amazing, beautiful destinations because they have fear of being in an airplane. So therefore, they become blind to life. They don't want to get the courage to break that fear. Other things about letting fear control your mind. So somebody who maybe wants to be a speaker, an actor, a singer, a comedian, but when you're afraid and you have these amazing dreams, you let that fear control your mind and you don't do it, so therefore you're withholding your gift from the world. You need to let that fear go away and live life. Don't let your fear blind life. So that's a quote that I did today on my Instagram. But I want to talk a little bit more about stress and acceptance. I spoke a little bit yesterday about that and how and why I think I got cancer. Twice in my life with a lot of stress as a child, adolescence, young adult, and then later in my adult years. There's so many things in stress. There's so many things that make us stressed. Like I talked a little bit about bullying. Kids that get bullied. They have these people, these kids that tell them these horrible things, and that's imprinted in that child's mind for years. How many times do we hear about suicide? These kids, commit suicide because of bullies, and that's also stress that just it takes over our body. It's so important, I think, that we don't talk enough about children at a young age, 9, 10, 11, 12 years old, on how they can eliminate stress. We focus as adults like, I'm stressed, so what am I going to do? A lot of people, when we're stressed, what do? We drink. We get angry. We take it out on our husband, our wife, our friends. We let that stress inherently, by default, we take it out on others. And that's not the best thing to do. So if we can teach this to children at a young age, I wish I had someone to tell me at 10 years old, hey, you're stressed, let's help remove that stress. One thing that I've learned, rather than medicating like with pills, because I'm stressed or have anxiety, is to meditate. Meditation is like the best medicine. What do people do when they're stressed? They maybe get a massage. They massage their body. They massage their muscles. They loosen up. But how do I massage my mind, my mental being when it's stressed? How do I do that? I meditate. I invite everybody just to sit 2 minutes in silence. 2 minutes a day can make a huge difference on your well-being. It's a way to eliminate the stress. I have so many wonderful friends, in my circle that I recently met this year on a journey that I did in a transformational training. And a lot of us already meditate. We do these amazing things and bring so much joy into our being. So again, the stress, I believe, from childhood, layer after layer after layer after layer, fitting in to the right group, the right clique at school, fitting in with the car, or fitting in with the clothing, fitting in with the right university, fitting in with the right family. You know, we have our family, and sometimes we feel that we don't fit in. You know, so we create stress. And I don't think it's talked enough about. We talk about stress from our careers, from our marriages, our relationships. But what about all the other layers that are given to us since childhood? You know, if we can teach people, teach children at a young age to sit in silence, close your eyes, complete silence, eliminate all the toxic emotions, the toxic thoughts, that will help anyone learn to cope and eliminate it layer after layer, rather than being 40 years old, 50 years old, and then having this huge awakening and say, oh my God, I need to meditate. This is the best thing ever. Let me go to the ocean and listen to the waves. Yes, that's one form of relaxing, but it has to be consistent. You know, I can't drive to the beach every day like I would love to and just listen to the waves. So what do? I have to bring that internally into my head and meditate, eliminate the stress. Another thing is acceptance. Acceptance is a very difficult, it can be difficult, because acceptance can go two ways. The most important person that needs to accept me is myself. Not anyone else, myself. I need to love myself, accept myself. And I do, but it was a very difficult and long journey. You know, acceptance in two forms, as I was mentioning. Do I accept love? Yes. Do I accept hate? No. Do I accept joy? Yes. Do I accept pain? No. So acceptance can be both good and bad. What do you allow yourself to accept? You know, we are the author of our lives. We are the creator of our lives. So we get to decide what we accept in our life. You know, and if we continue to accept toxic environments, toxic people, whether it be friends, family, spouses, then that's just another layer of stress at the adult level, on top of working, maybe having children, you know, and balancing, you know, trying to balance all of these things in life. University, school. So acceptance is very important to know that there are some things you don't have to accept in life, and some things that you should accept with open arms and an open heart and an open mind. Love, joy, and, you know, just that alone helps to detox the mind. It's so difficult because I know, you know, we're all imperfect. Nobody was born perfect, and we strive to be these perfect beings and have OCD. You know, I have OCD. Not as bad as I used to, but I had to have everything perfect in the kitchen. The bed had to be made a certain way. The living room, the cushions, the pillows. Unnecessary stress. And I learned that probably as a child. You know, as a child, I was a neat freak. And I know now that it was so unnecessary, like just unnecessary stress. So again, I spoke a little bit today about stress and acceptance, and the most important person that you need to accept is yourself. You know, look in that mirror of reality. I invite you to go into the restroom or wherever you have a mirror, a full-length mirror. Look at yourself and reflect. Don't ridicule and say, oh, I have an acne scar here, I have a wrinkle here, because nobody is perfect. But look at yourself in your eyes and in your mind in silence. And learn to accept the person on the inside who is beautiful. You know, it took me a long, long time to get to where I am now. To accept myself as a gay man, accept that I had cancer twice because I was angry that I had cancer twice, but I now know the reason. You know, so just reflect, accept yourself, eliminate that stress so that you can live a clean life in your body with no disease. I thank you, I love you, and I will continue to make these videos. I would love to hear comments, you know, give me feedback. I think it's important to have feedback, so please take a look, follow me on YouTube, Live for Life Now, subscribe, and leave those comments, and have a beautiful day. I love you.